Greetings, everyone. I'm What Hamster.
And I'm M4.
Yeah, we're wearing a weird armor setup this time. It's Geeknox armor.
I appreciate that you replaced the creepy Gildy.
Yeah. No, you're welcome. You get creepy one-eyed pig instead.
At least it doesn't move.
Yeah. I don't know why they in what's it called, Tri-Ultimate, they renamed the piggies to Poogie.
Why?
I
I
don't
guess
know.
they can't have any real animals.
No, but the pigs are renamed Poogies for some reason.
Yeah, that's a little weird.
So, got some nice armor setups with this. Half stun resistance is from my charm stall, but I get to negate poison and have some all kinds of good stats. Mainly, you wear this for like the status effects,
Right.
since I'm going with like a poison sword. And
Too bad it only has green sharpness.
yeah. Well, most weapons only have green sharpness in low rank.
Yes, well.
There are a couple of occasions, but you have to go to multiplayer to get them.
Well, of course.
Yeah. But they're still low rank, technically. Like the shark attack.
Right.
And the cat's talking about beverages. You know, gotta talk to the cat. Sometimes he has interesting things to say about food, but I think it was stuff I
I
already
like
saw.
a lot of the descriptions of the ingredients.
Mhm. So we're gonna go fight us some Urgans.
Oh boy.
Yeah, Urgan.
Too bad you didn't bring a hammer.
No, but I had to show off a status weapon sooner or later. More specifically, like poison.
Right,
And
and it's absolutely awful against everything else.
Yeah, this is really the only viable monster in the single player to bring poison against. And even then, you could probably do better by just, again, bringing a hammer.
Probably.
But let's be honest, hammer's pretty broken.
Hammer's pretty great.
Yeah.
I won't deny it.
Yeah, I won't lie either. Hammer's pretty amazing. So they give me some free poison knives.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Usually that's the extent of people using poison in this game.
Yeah.
Use free poison knives on Urgan.
Well, that's not entirely true. What's it called? Paperline has a pretty sweet poison greatsword.
Well, he's a bit against the grain there, because most people won't even bother using it.
Or even a greatsword for that matter.
Well, that's true.
But the Sieglein is pretty awesome greatsword.
I can't argue with that.
So Jay Leno has entered the scene.
Yeah, it's the same joke as always.
Yeah.
You know.
But it's that chin, man. That chin.
I know it's that chin. I can't help but feel like it's intentional.
Yeah. But they watched, what's it called? Saturday Night... No, it's not Saturday Night. What is it called? Late night show? Something?
Yeah.
Yeah, I probably watched some, and they're like, yeah, we'll make a monster based on his chin.
Well, they were staying up late designing monsters, and
Yeah.
then this happened.
Oh, man.
And then their bosses were like, "Well, we'll leave it in, but get some sleep."
Yeah. They worked so hard on this one monster. They watched all the reruns of the late night show. Wow, they were working. Oh, man. So, here's the problem with Sword and Shield.
Pounds.
Yeah, you will bounce on his chin, you'll bounce on his arms, you'll bounce his upper leg, like right there that you're seeing. You'll bounce on the tail. You won't bounce on the tail. Like,
About the only place you can hit is the junk.
the junk and the feet.
Back. Yeah. Oh,
Oh, and I should also mention, he uses sleep. But,
he does, and that Bahabra just saved your life.
yep. MVP Bahabra for once.
Not nearly as good as that Cephalos, though.
No, that Cephalos was something else.
Nothing will ever compare to that Cephalos.
Yeah. I will say that the Sword and Shield is very handy just because of the shield.
Yeah, you can block so many things.
Yeah. In this fight, blocking is pretty important because when well, here's what he'll do. He'll slam his chin around, he'll cause some earthquakes, he'll toss some rocks at you that work like barrel bombs against you. And he'll give us little clouds. I can't block the sleep clouds, so that I'm kind of fucked there.
Yeah,
But
Probably try
he
not to get
can do
caught.
fire clouds sometimes, and those I can block if I have enough stamina.
Yep. Yep. So the sleep is pretty much the only thing you can't
Yeah,
block.
I need guarding.
And his attacks are slow enough that it's really easy to block.
I kind of need guard increase for the blocking the sleep clouds. But he's just spamming that sleep cloud for some reason.
Yes, and you're just not avoiding it for some reason.
Oh, to be fair, that time it was because I had already initiated an attack, and
Yeah.
I bounced off him, so I couldn't roll away.
That you're just lucky this is low rank.
Yeah, I would have been crushed. Well, I
Getting
didn't press
shot
up.
by Urgon
Yeah.
while asleep on high rank is just a death sentence.
Yeah. Luckily, he's not doing the Mega Chin Pound, because that will, even on lower,
Oh,
that will
wait, so that would, even on low rank, that would just be death with the
Yeah.
double damage.
it just wipes you out. I'm not even lying there. It is his most hard-hitting attack.
I thought.
One of the other things Urgan also does is he rolls around a lot, and he's really fast.
Yep, that's about the only time you have to actually
Yeah.
watch.
And
I mean,
when you're doing this the first time around, when he's rolling around, it's a pretty crazy move, and unless you know what he's doing, you're gonna get hit by that a lot, like your first
yeah,
times
it's
fighting
really
him.
right, especially when he starts curving, going in circles.
Yeah. It's actually even worse in Tri-Ultimate because he spins on a dime and then just goes off in a random direction.
Oh, that's terrifying.
Yeah.
You don't have a shield, better have your finger on that dodge button.
Oh yeah, get rid of with the heroic dive because my god, you're gonna need it.
Cabra is not MVP anymore.
No, now he's just being a jerk. Luckily, he's not using the elements against me, so even the elemental debuff, not gonna do much.
Unless you get caught by the fire.
Yeah,
But you
true.
can block that, like you said.
Yeah. Unless I bounce, which is,
Right.
again, the problem with Sword. So you may be wondering why I haven't used my poison knives yet. Well, the trick is, like, the poison knives do a lot of status damage. A
A
ton.
huge amount.
So it's better just to do status with your weapon once or twice, and then start using your poison knives. Like, throw a couple poison knives, and then just keep normal attacking. Throw a couple poison knives once poison wears off. Attack normally. Kind of like,
Standing a little too close there.
yeah. And this is well, I guess what we call the Thunderdome, just because he rolls around in a dome. I don't know. It's
Yeah,
again
you
some
don't
redundant.
typically do it in this area, and if you stand by one of the exits, you are completely untouchable.
Yeah.
So it's kind of just a time waster attack, like Rathlow's Buzzing Tower.
But it doesn't take as long.
No, it doesn't.
And plus, it
which
gives
is-
you time to like sharpen your weapons if you need to do that. You know,
It's actually nice as opposed to,
Yeah.
you know.
gives you a breather.
Of course, Paper Lion thinks that you can stand in the middle and be safe, and he is wrong.
He's managed to do it a couple of times, but
Yes, but
But
it doesn't
for every
matter
time
if you
he-
can do it consistently.
yeah, but for every time he manages to do just stand in the middle, he gets like hit 5 times by
Uh-huh.
that.
Stand by one of the exits, you will get hit 0% of the time.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
do that.
just kind of giving him grief for it because, well, he's been hit by it so many times, and we keep telling him no.
Like, no, stand over here.
Stand over here where you're sure to be safe.
No, I'll get it this time.
But
I was
he
in
has
the
to
second
showboat.
one shot last time. And he gets hit again.
Yeah, he has to showboat. That's the problem. Oh, that paper line trying to upstage us.
Paper Lion, that was pretty much his entire problem in like everything. It was just arrogance.
But,
He's good, but he's better than he is.
yeah,
Causes him problems sometimes.
I don't know. Yeah, I'll say he's pretty good at Monster Hunter.
Oh yeah.
He
No argument.
just he talks big. But
Yep.
some things I have to agree. Like some things he's good at. Like Urgan, he is a baby.
Oh, Urgon is a baby. No kidding.
Yeah. Use the
No,
right
the-
weapons. It's not really a problem. Speaking of the right weapons, oh man, I should probably tell people his elemental weakness. Can you guess? It's water.
Yes.
One of the 2 or 3 monsters, not even 3, I think. Just one of the couple monsters that are weak to water in this game. So this guy's weak to water.
Most of them are in the volcano.
Figure. and the next one that's weak to water is gonna show up in the next video. Actually, yeah, I think it's 3 monsters because there's Peiko, there's Urgan, and then there's one more which will be showing up in the next video. There's probably
names of monsters we haven't seen yet.
There's probably technically another, but I can't remember which one it is if it's there. But again, water is kind of the.
But for the main weakness, I think it's only 3.
Yeah.
And volcano monsters. Well, not Peiko, but
Rathalos doesn't count as a volcano monster. It shows up everywhere.
weak to water either, so.
Rathalos and Rathy, they tend to show up wherever they feel like. I think they tend to stick away from the colder areas as far as like the entire game series has been.
Yeah, you don't really see them in the tundra at all or anything like that.
Well, welcome to being cold-blooded.
Yeah.
I don't think that is very healthy for them.
Probably not.
Oh, and there's the fire clouds. That one I could have blocked, but why bother?
Yeah, you're.
I can get a knife with the shield.
Kind of
Well, the thing is, with the sword shield, you get some pretty nasty knockback.
Right.
And the fire attack hits twice, so it would have pushed me away, and I wouldn't be able to get that one strike.
Right.
So, better just to dart and weave. As for breaks, this guy has 3 breaks. Technically 2.
Right.
You have his chin, which bring a hammer for that, because just bring a hammer for that, or else you're going to bounce all day.
It's kind of similar to trying to get Bear off.
I guess you could do a sleep bombing trick on his face if you really wanted to bring a...
Bring a hammer.
yeah, let's just use bring the hammer if you want to break the jaw.
He's very easy to hit in the face. Yeah. One of the easiest.
In Trial Ultimate...
His tails are so long.
In Trial Ultimate, I know that they actually made his face break count for something. You stop bouncing when you attack his face, when you break his face. In this game, not so much. But it's the only way to get jaws, so you do it.
Right.
Well, not the only way. You can get lucky in the box.
Depends on the mission, I think. But yeah, you can get them from just the reward.
Yeah. And...
Still, better to break it.
The second and third break is technically the tail. You have to give it 1 break on the tail to be able to cut the tail.
Right. It also is easier not to bounce on the tail once you get the first break.
Yeah. The tail is kind of a pain to hit just because of... It has a big hitbox, so it's not that bad, but the problem is he spins and rolls a lot, so it could be obnoxious to get up behind him.
Right.
Since I'm using Sword and Shield, I can't really show that off. But
but at least you got the shiny.
Yeah, I'll always get the shiny doll. But as far as breaks go, yeah, you're gonna have to see that in multiplayer.
Yeah, because you aren't going to be getting any of them with a Sword and Shield.
No, not really. Sword and Shield. Honestly, Sword and Shield. If you bring a water Sword and Shield, you're good for the fight as far as damage goes.
Oh, sure.
Or if you bring a poison weapon to assist other people in multiplayer. The fact that
would be a good plan too. Soloing with a poison weapon is less of a good plan.
No, but I have to show it off eventually, so
yeah, there's not really any other option for showing it off.
Yeah. So. Sleep weapons essentially work the same way. You hit them enough with a sleep weapon, and they fall asleep. They bring some bombs.
Yep, that's the only time you want to use sleep weapons. You're bringing bombs.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, you're gonna get 1 hit, and oh, he's awake again. Congratulations.
Yeah, well, one of my friends were like, "Oh, you can't." One of Tate's friends, he's not very good at monster hunter because he's the guy I've been doing arena with.
Right.
But we were playing multiplayer together at some point while the servers were still on, and he's deathly afraid of Laggy because that's his brick wall essentially.
Right.
And Laggy always kills him. Laggy's just this big scary monster. And so he was using Sword and Shield because he's pretty decent at it for a while. I think that's what most people have done. Most people
it's a good beginner weapon for sure.
Most people stick to Sword and Shield, and then they get to something bigger and scarier, and try experimenting with other weapons because fights are taking so long.
Right.
And so Sword and Shield. Oh, he was telling me how it's impossible to kill a Laggy with a Sword and Shield, and I was like, what Sword and Shield are you using? Oh, he's doing sleep bombing like I taught him. And he's like, oh, okay. So then I was like, oh. And then I was like, all right, I'll give this a shot because now I just kind of want to one up him and see if it actually did take like a lot of time. But I don't know, I did in 15 minutes, which is pretty generous for Sword and Shield.
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
And again, that was with a sleep Sword and Shield, so I wasn't doing any status damage. I can actually kill him pretty easily with like in 10 minutes with a fire Sword and Shield, but fire is his weak point, so. And the fire Sword and Shield has so much fire, it's amazing.
It does, but it's nothing like the Hurricane.
No, but the thing is,
that's
with
because the Hurricane is absurd.
With the Hurricane,
Probably.
you can come with one big smack here and there, where Sword and Shield, I can
Oh yeah, that's
paper
definitely
cut
true.
them to death.
The Sword and Shield are great for inflicting elemental damage just because you get so many hits.
Again, Sword and Shield is the kill them with paper cut weapon.
Right? Scratch damage.
Yeah. Guess what? He's being a big jerk.
He stopped right in front of it and turned.
Yeah.
That's great.
This is like I could have gotten him like 15 minutes, but no, Urgan, you're being a jerk.
You should have placed it better.
Yeah, I should have placed it better, but I didn't think he was, he's gonna run. Oh. So not only am I having some problems getting used to the Sword and Shield in this fight because of all the horrible bouncing. The poison's doing quite a number on Urgan. Urgan is super weak to poison because his gimmick is he has so much armor. Poison lasts a long time on him and deals extra damage to him. But, and here's the big but. Lots of buts. Big stinky buts. I'm gonna bounce off every part of him, making it a pain, and leaving me vulnerable to a lot of attacks. But, on the bright side, I have the shield. That saved me from a lot.
Yep.
Like a lot of these earthquakes. Nope. Denied.
The timing on that, it's an absolutely fantastic opportunity to smack him in the face, but...
Well, my issue is just...
The timing and the range is the thing. You have to stand just outside it so you can rush in after he smacks.
Yeah. But, again, I wouldn't get as much out of it as a hammer user.
Oh, well, no. This is more informational than you should be doing it.
The hammer user can just essentially stand right out of a shockwave range.
Yep, and then run in with a pound.
Yep.
Pretty good opportunity.
And eventually, that's where you get I'd say that's about 50% of your damage, because if you can get him to do chin slams all the time, well, yeah, you get all the free hits, and he's gonna be KO'd. And then when he's KO'd, he's fucked.
Yeah.
Oh, Hammer's so good at this fight.
Yes, this is a hammer fight.
It really is a hammer-friendly fight, or if you have the shark attack.
Oh yeah, that's pretty good too.
Which is just the elemental lance, water lance, really. You can only get in multiplayer, but it gets blue sharpness, so you're not even gonna care about bouncing unless you attack his face. And it's pretty much pure water damage. So yeah, this guy can get bent, literally.
Yep. This fight should be over by now.
Yeah, it should have been over with that trap, but no. Urgan said, "Oh, I'm gonna be a big dumb baby. Well, we're gonna run away from you." And again, killing him at this point wouldn't have been such a big issue if it wasn't because I can't really do very much damage with the Sword and Shield, and he's got so much poison resistance now. I'm not gonna get into the poison.
Right. Well, he worked you over there.
Yeah.
You're lucky you didn't do the chin slam when you were getting up, though, because then there was also a bomb rock right next to you.
Oh, yeah, that would have been messy.
Very.
But
Oh,
there,
there you
I poked him in the shin with my stabber, and he went down. I'm sorry I didn't get him trapped. I wanted to because, well, he gives delicious items.
Well, now you get his delicious carbs instead.
Actually, when making his armor, I didn't run out of scoots. You know what I had trouble getting?
Shells,
Scales.
scales, of course.
I was missing like 5 or 10 scales for the longest time, and then after about killing 15 Organa, they finally just all came all at once, more or less.
Were you still capturing? Because scales are way better
No,
to
I
kill.
was just straight up killing because
Scales, right. Well, your luck is always the weirdest.
yeah, I know my luck just hates me. It's
It
monster.
happened to me with Peko scales.
Yeah. Oh, we're just cursed or something.
I know. But then it happened to me with Ergon scoots.
Everybody in Tri-Ultim is like, oh man, I got all these gems, and I'm just sitting there.
I need more scales.
No, I'm sitting there going like, yeah, it'd be nice if I got some Urgan gems. For 80 Urgans later, I finally get 1 ruby.
Ray.
Yeah, I'm not even kidding about that. I'm not. I'm
I
dead
don't
serious.
doubt it.
I'm dead serious. The
I'm
game
still
just-
flabbergasted by the fact that you needed 3 Earth Dragon gems for that hammer.
Oh yeah, that was ridiculous. Oh,
Come on, game.
there's no
it's not
real-
even that much better.
and to get a good, decent chance to get Earth gems, you gotta do a little fandangling and wait for the event, or else you're kind of screwed.
Pretty ridiculous.
Oh, and it's talkie time. Oh, the village chief wants to tell us stuff. They're just telling me, like, hey, you're gonna go get yourself killed against the big bad boss. And, we all appreciate it. We all chipped in. See, we gave you a camp and an item box, so you can go fight the boss.
Hooray.
That's essentially what it boils down to. That's all they did. Oh, at least they filled it up.
They're all making such a big deal out of this, and it's so easy.
Yeah, the boss is pretty easy.
So disappointing, and it takes forever.
Well, it takes not the first time around. Not the first time around. First time around, they actually cut the fight short.
Yes, they do. But if you actually want the stuff for its armor, and its armor is really good, it
Yeah, but
takes
you have to
forever.
fight, and yeah, I've got it down to science though, to the point where I can essentially kill him in like I'll explain more about it when we actually get to the mission, but I'll leave it for that. But until then, got some people to talk to. Got 1 more monster left to do before the final boss. So no, the final boss is not weak to water.
No, that would be silly.
No, that would be very silly considering he lives in the water.
Yeah.
Though it would be ironic. Oh no, I'm so weak to fire, I'm allergic to it, and I live in water. And he sneezes all day and has just horrible headache all day long. That's why he's so pissed. Oh, the stupid water! I'm so allergic to it.
Like those poor people that are allergic to sunlight.
Yeah, I know I'm allergic to sunlight. Oh, it's terrible.
No, quite literally allergic to
Oh.
sunlight, as opposed to just
I thought you just
don't
were
like sun.
just like literally like nerds who never
Nope.
leave their basement.
There is a condition where you can't be exposed to direct sunlight because it will mess you up.
Yeah, I think I've actually seen a couple movies about that.
It's pretty terrible.
Yeah, no, that must really be horrible just to have to hide from the sunlight all the time.
Also, it would be bad to have a corn allergy. Such a simple thing.
If you live in the
But-
U.S.,
but-
yeah, that'd be terrible.
Yes, if you live in the U.S., sorry, that's a catch, yeah, I suppose.
Yeah. The U.S. has corn put in everything. Over here,
Corn starch, corn syrup, corn.
Yeah. It's not even very healthy.
No, it
It's
isn't. I don't see why we use corn syrup instead of like sugar, but whatever.
Because it's cheaper,
Yeah.
and the government agreed. You know, they actually passed a law because the farmers gave the government a lot of money to make this law, saying we have a lot of corn. Make sure that we use corn in everything.
Right.
Government's like, excellent. We get money, and it costs us less to get sugar.
Who cares about people with corn allergies? They can pay extra for stuff.
Yeah. Well, people have sugar allergies too.
Sure, I'm sure.
Yeah, don't mess with diabetes. It's actually a horrible thing.
Speaking of sugar, slim fat diet.
Ugh. Yeah, just eat honey all day long. And got the bee's knees. I will have to agree. This box is the bee's knees.
All of the honey, all of the time.
Yeah, now I can set it up to give me. Yeah, I'll set the cycles up to 10 honey, and I can maximize my efficiency.
You have anything to say? No? Well, go away. I don't buy from you.
Yeah, literally, you ignore her. There's no reason
Yeah.
to really buy any of her stuff
There
aside
really isn't.
in the starting of the game.
About the only time you buy weapons is to kickstart making something, and that's usually only applies to high rank.
No,
With the
that
splits.
usually only applies to low rank, because in high rank they'll usually give you like the low end of high rank versions that you can craft straight up.
Right, you're right about that.
So it's only in like low rank you do it.
Most of the splits are just before high rank.
Yeah.
There are a few still in high rank.
No, this character will never reach high rank. Literally.
Yep. Literally impossible now.
Yep. But at least in Tri Ultimate, people don't have to have the service to do the multiplayer content by themselves.
Yeah. I appreciate that.
I appreciate that as well. It's kind of nice that you're not locked out of content.
Right. Because now that the servers are down, there's monsters you literally can never fight ever.
Yeah.
Which is kind of bad.
And gear you can't have access to either, or the difficulty level that you can't have access to.
Right.
And this one, the Omen, pretty good quest for capturing just because they give you all the stuff. But
Mhm.
I'll be doing that one off screen since it's just fight Rathalos and
Yeah.
you know, I want to say Forest and Hills, but it's not Forest and Hills. It's the deserted island.
Indeed it is.
It might as well be the Forest and Hills, just remade, a water area. But with that said, we'll see you next time.
See ya.